Okay, I'm not sure what's happening. I did put together a video kit, but it might not be working. So, good afternoon. It's actually lunchtime in Brisbane, and it's nighttime in America, and it's the weekend, and it's a bit brisk today. How's the weather where you are? Okay, it's been wonderful to start up our own Gen Life tribe. It's been something on my heart for a long time, but finding out exactly what it was we were going to do together all finally came together yesterday. So I've been busy transferring all the Gen Life tribe stuff over to this page. And now for today, we're going to have a chat about patience with each other. Now, patience is the capacity to accept or tolerate delay, problems, or suffering without becoming annoyed or anxious. When I read the definition, I was like, oh wow, I hadn't actually thought about how a lack of patience could cause anxiety. And then it all kind of made sense. So yeah, we do become anxious when we haven't got patience. I mean, the thing that predominantly stood out for me was when we stand in that damn bank queue. Oh, does anyone even remember standing in a bank queue? It's such a foreign thing to do these days, isn't it? Because we all have cards, we have access to cash without going there. Heck, at my bank, we can even deposit checks without seeing a teller. And I know in America they have drive-through ATMs. That just blew my mind that you don't even have to get out of your car to go to an ATM. We don't have that in Australia at this point in time. But yeah, that's the amazing things. Okay, so if we're going to look at patience, we first need to admit we have a lack of patience, because often, I mean, I remember when I was raising the kids and they were little and you're thinking, angry? I'm not angry, I'm just doing what's got to be done, you know? But when you sit down and take a breath, you realise, oh wow, yeah, I think I was cranky about that. So our first step is to admit that we've got a bit of the anger happening and we're impatient and we want things to happen and we want it to happen now. And that's quite interesting too, because when you think about it, a lot of the chat around the internet will say, you know, we've become impatient, or we want instant, we're an instant society, and, you know, all of that sort of thing. But at the end of the day, whether we could get something instantly or not in the past didn't matter. We were still impatient because we wanted whatever was happening to happen now. So maybe the impatience has just gone global because we're all connected now. We can recognise it. And, you know, we do get things more instant now than we used to. I mean, I remember when I was really little and basically your grandparents had to order a car. You know, it wasn't something that was just there. You had to order it and wait and get the process happening and things like that. So it wasn't just walk down the car yard and walk out with a car, which when my eldest went to get his first car was just walk in the car yard. Well, this is when I was with him. Yep, that one, go take it for a test drive, and then bang, there's the car. Sign the paperwork, here you go. So things have changed, but whether or not we're still impatient, we need to do change around patience. So in order to have that change, we need to get comfortable with waiting. No, everybody who on the inside just went, cringe, I have to wait. I have to learn to wait in order to develop patience. Yeah, you do. You do. You've got to be prepared to wait. And look, if you apply it to life around you, it's, if you're a mum, okay, then I've got to have the patience to wait until my baby can talk and tell me what they want, what they actually want, instead of me poking 100 things in its mouth and it's spitting it out. Oh yeah, we could all tell stories about that one. No thanks, Mum. I mean, I have a funny story. My eldest, he was like a human vacuum cleaner. You know, he ate everything in sight. Like from 9 weeks, he was eating 3 meals a day of home-cooked slush. He was hungry, and he was preemie too, and preemie babies are known to be hungry. And no, he doesn't have a failed digestive system. He's a healthy, happy, nearly 26-year-old. But we do, as parents, we have to have the patience to wait until they can tell us, and then on it goes their whole life. It's just the scenario gets bigger, and then we have to either develop the patience, and patience is something that's developed. It's a rare person where patience is just handed to them. Honestly, it's developed. And we can ask ourselves, why wait? Because if we don't wait, we'll never have patience. Why should I have to wait for this to happen? Why can't they do it now? Why? There's a lot of whys that go around wait and patience. But the reality is that in order to develop patience within ourselves, we have to be prepared to put the whys aside and just go, it's okay for me to wait. It'll all happen. It'll all come together, especially when life's not just about ourselves. When we go out in the world a bit more, we come to understand that there's lots of people that are involved in any decision we make. And so we have to wait. And look, ladies, I've got to tell you this one. Hands up for this one, girls. Waiting for a man to make a decision. Okay. I'm so guilty of being impatient around waiting for a male to make a decision. But you know what? That's because their whole decision-making process is different to ours. I never knew that till, I don't know, 8 years ago or so. Could be more, who knows. But yeah, they actually have a whole different mental process around decision-making, and they don't have our ability to make instant decisions. They actually go away and think about it. And so I'm sorry, I have to laugh at myself and, pander in the background, but I have to laugh at myself because, patience wasn't a strong suit when it came to making decisions. Waiting for then husband to make a decision, okay? I admit it. But I know, see, we weren't equipped growing up to know this stuff, that they make decisions in a different way than we do, okay? That's how we learn patience, is we come to understand our differences. And then we go, okay, so I can wait. It's okay, I can wait. All right? And the question we need to ask ourselves is, how could we be less anxious? Now think about it. Think about the times that you get anxious, the things that cause you anxiety. And I know for me, it happened this morning. I went down to the local Aldi, okay? All as I wanted was a bag full of fresh food to come home with to cook breakfast, okay? And I got there. Now, I don't do Saturday morning shopping, obviously. And from this, what I'm about to tell you, and the car park was full. No word of a lie. There was no car parks. The only car parks available were 2 disabled car parks, and I can walk. So I went, oh my goodness, because in my mind, think about it, in our mind, we have it all planned out exactly what we're going to do today. And I just went, well, that threw everything out the window. I can't get a car park at all. So I went, okay, what I'll do? Well, I was going to go to gym next, and then I went, the anxiety starts because the lack of patience that everything will be okay kicks in. I'm like, this just wasn't in my agenda. So I went, okay, I've got to flip it around a bit. So, I went and got the cat stuff next. I went to go to the chemist. There's no parks at the front of the chemist. I went, Note to self, don't go Saturday morning shopping ever. So I went to the next Aldi and did set. The car park was just about full. I got one of the last parks and I just went, this is insane. And I had no idea that Aldi released all these specials. There must be specials or something that they release on a Saturday, maybe you know. But it was packed full of people, and you can feel the anxiety rising because my patience is wearing very thin. Now, I am trying at this point in time to just relax. I'm trying to breathe, do my 5 second in, 5 second out breathing. But I'm like, this is nuts. There's people everywhere, trolleys everywhere, people bumping into people because Aldi aisles aren't that wide, and the car park's chockers. It's just full on. So I went, what am I going to do? So I'll go in, grab my bag of stuff and go out. Mind you, to top it all off, there was a young couple in front of me at the checkout, and they bought all this stuff, which must have just been released. It must be like, it looked like winter snow stuff or something, and we don't have snow in Brisbane, so people must be going to the snow. And they're standing there 5 minutes, no word of a lie, as they went through their phones and into their internet banking and sorted this out and that out and how they were going to pay. And I just went, I could go nuts here. But it's impatience. So again, I'm trying to breathe and I'm trying to, say, it's okay, I'm not in a hurry, everything will come right, trying to affirm that I can be patient about this. And it's not easy, okay? So the impatience will show up in many areas of our life. But in order to do relationships well, we've got to have patience. Otherwise, we're just going to smack heads with everybody that's in our house or around us. So how can we be less anxious? Well, we've got to develop the patience, okay? Control, reduce your need for it. And I can say that I've had a definite glitch in my life where I've needed to control the outcome. But I've learned over time that don't worry about the outcome that's right in front of me. Think about the bigger picture. And when you think about the bigger picture, you can just let what's in front of me not be a problem. It took a while for me to understand that, to grasp that I could just let go of what's in front of me today and not worry about it because there'll be a bigger picture. And it does. That one thing alone helped me develop a lot of patience, okay? And key 6, our individuality requires patience, okay? When we go out the front door, everybody's an individual and we have to be prepared to see them from our hearts and remember to have patience because they don't know what we know, they know different things to us, and in order to have communication, we've got to have patience and understanding with each other. And I can absolutely vouch for the fact that it's something I have to work on because my brain goes very quickly, thinks through things very quickly, sees patterns very quickly, and I have to work at just slow down, let all of this unfold one bit at a time. And that has taken practice for me as well. Key number 7, we're going to do a big hashtag here, no more selfishness. No, I have not been known to be selfish, but I'm telling you this. If we don't look at ourselves and eliminate selfishness, then we're not going to be able to be here for each other. Okay? We're not going to learn patience, we're not going to develop patience, and we're not going to be able to see a bigger picture for our life too. We're not going to be able to see the possibilities if we just take a step back and let things unfold. I want to encourage you to do your hashtag, no more selfishness. I see too many parents being selfish, okay? And it's not about a right or a wrong. It's simply that if we bring our children into the world, we can't afford to raise them to be selfish either. Selfishness doesn't mean we don't have boundaries. In fact, it means we do have boundaries. But if we don't step back and develop patience, then we have a great big potential to become very selfish and self-centered. Okay, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for your patience with going over to the new platform. I've recorded this on Facebook Live this morning. I'm not sure if I will continue to do that, mainly because I think it's still working out its problems, okay? But we'll see. We'll see how it goes, and I will post down below the 7 keys for patience, so you'll be able to have it there for yourself or save it, whatever you need to do. And I'll be back later on with some interesting information around patience as well, probably more life experiences, things that we can laugh at. And I guess that's one of the best things about being older, not old yet, older, is that we learn to laugh at ourselves too, so we don't perpetuate the anxiety. Okay, blessings and dreams, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.